Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how to start a side hustle, and all you need is $30 and a computer to start. Let's begin. Welcome back to the newest edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Perry, content creator at Vendoo and part-time reseller. Today, we're going to talk about how to start reselling, the basics. But first, let me invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload videos every Friday, all related to scaling your reselling business, vendor product tips, and community updates. First, let's define what does a reselling or reseller word even mean. By definition, a reseller is an individual that buys a product and sells it for a profit. So for example, if you were to go to a thrift store and buy a t-shirt and you sell it on eBay for obviously a profit, then by definition, you are a reseller. Aside from the monetary gain, if you really put in the work, reselling can be extremely profitable and can replace a full-time job. Also, starting a reselling side hustle is low barrier to entry. Finding products to sell. Now, if you're completely new to reselling, I would recommend to start sorting through your belongings. Items that you no longer need, such as clothes, shoes, electronics, or even furniture. Now, you're probably wondering, why should I sell my stuff when I can just go to the thrift store? Well, the easiest answer to that is, why spend the cash when you have cash laying around your house? Now, granted, let's just say you purchased this at $100 and now the market value is $50. Well, that's still $50 that you didn't have. Make sense? Clothes are the easiest way to start when you're new to reselling. Now, there's two reasons why. The first one is that they are easy to ship. Second, they are also very light to ship. Now it's time to take photos of your clothes. So you don't really need a photo studio, fancy lights, or even a fancy camera. There are only three things that you need. One is good lighting, so it could be a lamp, any kind of lamp that you have throughout the house, but replace it with daylight bulbs. You can get this at Home Depot or Lowe's. The second one is you need just your phone. And lastly, you need a non-messy background. All right, so what I'm going to show you is a quick tutorial on how I would do photos on clothes. So of course, the more photos you have, the better. So in this scenario, I will start with a photo of the front, photo of the back, photo of the size tag, and photo of the care tag. And of course, if there are any flaws on the item, you would take a close-up photo of that as well. Now, after this, you have an option whether to put the measurements on your photos. So in this scenario, what I would do is take a photo of the waist and take photo of the total length. Now, where to sell your clothes? I would personally recommend to start on the hardest platform to sell on, and that is eBay. Now, you're probably wondering, why the duck should I do that? Well, I have two reasons why. Reason number one, once you master the very complex system of eBay, every other platform such as Mercari, Poshmark, Depop will become very easy to use. And reasons number two, when you make a mistake, it's at least on an item that did not cost you anything. Yes, I understand at one point this cost you $100, but it was money that you've already spent a long time ago. Now, once you mastered eBay, you can go ahead and cross-list to Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, or any other selling platform that Vendoo has to offer. Researching the value of your item. Now, there are different methods of doing this, but the tried and true method is to simply just go on eBay and look up the name of the item, the size, and search for any photos or any listings that look similar to the item that you have. And that is how you do your market research. Now, as far as pricing, this is completely subjective. I would recommend to stay within market range based on the condition of your item. Now, as you go further along through your journey, pricing will become easy. How to store your items. Now, there are different ways to do this, and I know in the beginning it's very tempting to just put it in the corner somewhere in your closet, forget about it until it sells. Well, the key to this is that you need to have some sort of system. So I have my inventory stored in banker's boxes, and the reason for that is because once I'm done with a box, I can simply just break it down. Now, this is how I have it. I have it labeled from A to Q. Each bin has a corresponding pin to it. So on my listings, it would have the photos of the item, but it would also have a photo of the SKU. Each box typically fills up 20 clothes. So I would have it from G1, G2, G3, all the way to G20. Once the item sells in the original listing, it has the SKU number in it, so that way I can easily find it and pull it out. And this is how I stay organized. Thanks for watching this edition of Seller's Corner. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for our next videos. Bye!